Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Potter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. I'm just going to get the thing right out of the way first of all, the title of this video, because I'm sure that everyone is wondering what the heckity heck happened yesterday. So, yeah, that's why I put it here. Because at this point I haven't spoken to anyone about it since it actually happened. Well, I spoke to one person, but yeah, everyone who was there, I just disappeared out of the blue. And I wish there was a very exciting answer about that or something really to report. But first of all, no one's majorly harmed or anything. It wasn't an emergency. It was just the case of a concerned party asking me to just, cut it there because it was so late at night. And yeah, so that was basically it. I was just told to shut it down, shut it all down, or whatever that quote is. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't very exciting. So yeah, if anyone just clicked on this video just for that, then go ahead and depart. I won't hold it against you, considering you probably had to sit through an ad to get to this point, which is the second part that I'm going to get to in this video, and the part that I really wanted to talk about. But actually, I guess one thing before everyone does leave. What's going to happen now with my shimmering husband? Because the whole point of that stream that lasted for so long, because people missed it out, what I was talking about was the fact that there was a stream that I started much later than normal, because I had already made a commitment to record a couple of songs with people, and I was there directing them for that, which I haven't done since Siren Story, fittingly. And after that, I decided, okay, let's finish off my shimmering husband and see if we can actually sit through this. I was fully prepared to have like a fourth video in that roster, if necessary. But for one thing, Bibi wasn't there until the stream actually started, and was debating whether she wanted to come back herself, actually. And then, and two, as we went through the video, it actually, surprisingly out of nowhere, got kind of interesting. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you want to see that stream, skip to about an hour, maybe an hour and a half into it before the good stuff happens. Because yeah, I'm not concerned with watch hours anymore, so it won't be like, oh yeah, watch the whole thing, blah blah blah. Yeah, no need. So that was really that was really it. And I was trying to see, because that video has, obviously it's an hour. I think the video itself is an hour and a half long. So having that video file on my hard drive when I haven't been able to clear out stuff or getting word back from the people fixing the person fixing the expansion drive or trying to recover the data from it. Basically, yeah, I need to find all the space that I can to actually, keep working, but also now, on top of that, actually have some areas to, edit new videos, considering that my entire roster of backed up files over the years may well actually be gone now, which I just found out today. Because basically they messaged me back. I got a hold of them today and said, hey, I haven't got any updates, so is there anything that's happened here? Apparently, when he has time, he's going to go back to it, but for now, he hasn't managed to recover any data from it. So, I don't know what's happened to that thing. I didn't even know that something of that nature really could happen in general. Otherwise, I would have just gone to increase the Google Drive package the whole time. Even then, would that have been enough, actually, considering how much was on? Actually, you know what? It probably would. By the end, I actually... Oh no, it wouldn't be, because how many backups I had on there. Yeah. See, that's the thing. What do you do when the place that you've backed up stuff runs out of the very same stuff? That's a question that I wonder and I don't have an answer for. And as far as my shimmering husband goes, I was so close. Honestly, there was probably about possibly 5 minutes of video left on there. It's hard to estimate because I think I said like 1 or 2 on the stream. It's hard to estimate because Restream doesn't show you timestamps, as has been indicated to me several times. So that was a problem. So I couldn't tell, but the bar was like right towards the end. So I thought, okay, well, yeah, hopefully this will be the last of these videos and end as a nice trilogy. But no. It seems that, I guess to be fair, probably if we want to give our final thoughts towards the end of that video, a fourth stream would be all right. And to be honest, I don't even need them to be hours long anymore. In fact, now it might be better if they're not. And the reason for that is the second thing I want to talk about in this video. But first, I want to do something quickly. See if YouTube responds to when I do this. Now you're probably wondering why I just did that, especially if it was in YouTube Premium. Well, because I may or may not have managed to trick the system into putting an ad at that part of the video. And yes, I've mentioned ads already, and you might have already seen one at the start of this video, because it's the pre-roll ads that they have. And that is, of course, that all the bad news aside, the good news that I have is that literally the day before all this went down, I achieved the dream. We managed to reach 4,000 watch hours and keep it there long enough to get reviewed and to get approved. I thought it was going to take longer actually, but nope. As it turns out, I am now officially a member of the YouTube Partner Program. So yes, I am monetized. Finally! After so many years. And basically 10 months of intensely working towards that, when I realized just how far I was. I was basically like half of the distance. When I started the whole, I guess what I could call it, the Great Watch Hour race, was actually, I was at 2.3 thousand watch hours. And that was after I spent a few months without uploading too many things, but also getting some of the highest rates on there because people were repeating and rehearsing the songs over and over again for the musical. I didn't have that anymore. So yeah, at some point I will cover the rise in that way. I want to do something special, like, do a whole video like how I achieved 4,000 watch hours and give actual visuals. Possibly do a video essay, because I've gone back and forth because I wanted to do video essays for years now. In fact, my dad actually said I'd be really good at those, particularly. Walking Wednesday was partly a compromise between that, because I'd be able to talk about a thing that interested me at times, or give an update, or both, depending on the video. But actually, being able to discuss that kind of thing does seem to go well. In fact, my cousin is also a YouTuber, and a far, far, far more successful one than myself at that. And the reason why I bring that up is because, yeah, he actually, a lot of, like, his channel mostly has the, I wouldn't call them video essay formats, but it's sort of like, the commentary with gameplay in the background, but also commentary about the game itself. It's, I'm probably not doing him justice, basically, but that's the idea. It's covered, Call of Duty, Battlefield, currently doing Warzone DMC, I think. I check in every now and then, because obviously that's not the games that interest me, but then again, I have other stuff that for years I've put off because I wanted to actually keep the relevance up. keep the streak going, and even after achieving 1,000 subscribers, you know, get the watch hours. So yeah, that's why I've been so annoying for the past 10 months. And it has all paid off. So I must extend a thank you to everyone who actually helped out with that. Every single person. Because some people actually specifically chose to play a bunch of my videos and just increase those times, you know, even if they weren't around. Sometimes even if they were around. Like, I know that in the moment a lot of my streams can be entertaining when you get the live engagement, but when you watch them back, they are a bit more boring. Except for some of them. Some of you have said that you like going back and watching old reviews, which I do appreciate, because most of the channel's viewership comes from legacy views, which is also why I have been going through my most popular videos and making sure that I can monetize as many of them as I possibly can. And actually, admittedly, there are a decent few that, well, actually most of them are fine. Some of them, actually, I discovered a company called Superbam that apparently is how AFMAL managed to copyright a lot of their content. Sometimes, in some of the ones where I actually do use edited clips, a couple of them get flagged. And then if I take that away, it ruins the pace of the video. Although, speaking of ruining pacings of videos, yeah, so the mutant girl has been hit hard by this. So basically, Aiden said to me at one point that, I don't know why you're not so concerned with copyright and things like that. And the truth is that I was. I knew that as soon as I actually did get monetized, that I would have to, you know, make sure that the things that I was putting up that took the most effort were actually the ones that I could stand to profit from. And for the most part, the Mutant Girl, there are some tracks that were fine and didn't get any claims whatsoever under normal circumstances. But what I didn't realize is that, of course, they have to do another review when you monetize all of your videos. Because I did press the automatic option. They gave me, they say, oh, manually monetize certain videos or do all of them at once. Bear in mind, you know, as a warning, this may result in another further review or something. So of course I did that, because I mean, I'm not insane enough to go through 1,600 videos just to get to the ones that just to get to like every single one and see how the manual reviews would go. I'd still be doing that now, actually. It was 2 days ago and I'd still be doing that. So that was a no-no. But yeah, basically a lot of them end up saying they were either ineligible or there was copyright stuff. Some of them said, oh, they don't meet advertiser guidelines because of the themes in the video. And I will give, you know, I will heart and pin the comment of the first person who can guess what video series was hit the hardest by the idea that it did not meet advertiser guidelines on YouTube. You get a prize or something. I don't know what that prize will be, probably a shout out or something. I don't know. Speaking of prizes, of course, there's 4 different things different ways to earn money on YouTube that they particularly push. There's obviously other stuff, you know, like merchandise and things like that, which, by the way, I know that some of you have said, oh, you know, Jacob, you should make merch or something like that. It probably would cost more to set that up than actual people who can actually buy the merch itself, because they have to obviously, you know, ship it out to people and everything, and also that we're interested in the first place. As it stands, I have had ideas for merch in the past, but that's obviously yet another pipe dream down the line. I'm not going to get ahead of myself right now. All I did really was just set up the rudimentary basics for every single one of those things. So I read all the terms and conditions for the supers, like super thanks, super chats, super message, super sticker, blah 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 blah. And also the ones for, well, the actual partner program itself, the ones for Google AdSense, and also the processes of doing memberships. That's another thing. As it turns out, setting up memberships, what they recommend during the setup process is actually to make a message to send out as either as a community post or as a video or something. And I thought, okay, I'm going to prepare that at some point. But then, as it turns out, you just click done, and during that setup process, it counts that as a step complete. It's like, as long as you've read that this is going to be your thing to promote, then go ahead. So, yes, I have officially got one membership tier right now. I think I called it like something like leveled up Lord/Lady or something along those lines. Don't want to go up there. Nah, keep this going this way. So yeah, I called it leveled up Lord or Lady or something along those lines. That was going to be like the middle tier or something. I just wanted to set up one tier particularly so that I could say, okay, I've done this. If anyone is interested, then go ahead. And then work out the details of how to actually, achieve like the offers. Because there's obviously, you can offer different things and you customize what you think will be best for members. They don't tell you what to do. They just say you can do it. So yeah, I guess I'm open to suggestions. And also, this is my membership announcement video, so I did complete the step after all. I have memberships. I'm officially announcing this. There you go. I am Jacob Butter, and I approve this massage. So that's that. So I will be, at some point I want to do like a higher tier than the one I've got, and also a lower one. I just used the recommended prices that they had. They didn't let me select specific numbers, because right now it says $4.99. I was going to do $4.96, but they didn't let me do that. So I had to click based on their options. But yeah, that's the middle ground. At some point I don't know, I thought of making a basic butter tier or something along those lines, and then I don't know what else I would call the highest rank. Probably high nobility or something like that. Keep with the whole Lord and Lady motif. So yeah, that's what I've got to work out, and also again suggestions for what I could actually do. I thought of making some behind the scenes videos, obviously giving early access to some other ones in the future, the ones that are actually edited and compiled, rather than the ones that are streams, because obviously that doesn't work. Doesn't make any sense. So I got to work that out. But yes, that's if and when I'm able to edit those fast enough. If I have a deadline coming up and I haven't finished the video, then obviously that's not really going to be possible. But yeah, I reckon that future any gacha releases, really, like my actual gacha ones, probably going to start off on there, but then obviously come out on YouTube itself like a day or maybe a week later. That kind of idea. So I guess I have a couple of rudimentary thoughts how I could go about these things. And then obviously right at the moment, so I've got the YouTube loyalty stickers that they've assigned. I could technically customize some on my own, but that's something that I have to actually, again, do for myself, or get someone else to do, which at this point, because I'm getting paid for that, will actually, would quite fairly mean hiring someone. So yeah, we'll see. Obviously I have to, the other thing that I wanted to do was obviously fulfill the promise that I made over 4 years ago at this point, which was that as soon as I actually started earning any money from the videos that are to do with the company of Buttercorp, that anyone who was involved with those videos would get paid for them. I didn't say how much, because again, I have to look at how much I can actually afford. I'm thinking probably start off really low, but then keep paying them as things increase, if they indeed do, because now obviously I have to go back into broadening the audience mode, growing the channel to make sure that more people see those new releases, which normally, sorry, those old releases I mean, because the new releases also have that. I can talk about, my dad also said he knows somebody who knows a lot about digital marketing, and he mentions anime specifically, but I guess like more broadly than that, I guess the world of fiction, entertainment. So that will really help. So eventually, at some point, I'll ask him again to put me in contact with that guy and figure out what I've been doing wrong all this time, and indeed how to go right from here. Because yeah, now when you think about it, not that every single one of my 1,600 videos is going to be one that will appeal to the masses, but if a few of them do, particularly the Mutant Girl and etc., then, well, A, the Buttercore people who are involved get more money, and B, they actually, we actually, you know, get the audience, and that's ultimately, of course, you know, that's the new goal now. So I guess I was going to title this video, you know, I finally got monetized, what now? But actually I'm going to title it, you know, what the heck happened last night, so people can ask about that. Or maybe I'll go, and also what now? Because yeah, a lot of people behind the scenes already know what's been going down. It's the people in real life who have been wondering that might have some questions now. So I guess I can prepare for that. But then again, there are far worse things in life than answering several questions and talking once more about YouTube. Just as long as it doesn't go into the sleep hours. Which reminds me, actually before I sign off, there's one more thing I want to say. I might, from now on, limit the number of guests on each stream to 2 people, or maybe in some cases 3 if the person involved wants to join in. Just so we don't get a situation like last time. Oh great, I actually have to edit this now because I made that last announcement. Okay, just to go over that again, I'll be putting a limit on the number of guests in each stream going forward, possibly with the exceptions of some of the creator commentaries for YouTube for anniversaries, and also for what was I going to say? And also for any stream series that have involved multiple people so far. Either that or I'll just rotate them. Just so a situation like that, even though I started late, so it wouldn't have happened either way if I hadn't done that. But just in case, should a situation like this arise again, that's how I want to deal with it. You know, just make sure that it doesn't overrun. And also, again, now that I don't have to worry about watch hours as much, I'm actually, for one thing, I can take more breaks from streams if I want to. But also, they don't have to go on forever into the deep, dark hours of the night. So I shall take steps for myself to actually improve where I have erred, and then focus that time on either real life, working on how to best use the partner advantages, and also to sleep and eat. And overall take care of myself. The great watch hour race is over. We have done it. Thank you all once again. And as usual, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time, we did it. And farewell.